Our top story this afternoon, President Park Geun-hye is due to attend the East Asia Summit in Laos. The South Korean leader will continue to press regional leaders on the need to keep the pressure on North Korea over its nuclear and missile programs. Our Song Ji-son, who is traveling with the President, files his report from Laos.
The final stage of President Park Geun-hye's multilateral diplomacy tour takes place at the East Asia Summit. The summit includes the 10 ASEAN member nations plus the 3 East Asian countries of Korea, China, and Japan, and the US, Russia, India, Australia, and New Zealand. President Park will refresh her call on the international community to implement the UN sanctions on North Korea, which threatened regional peace with yet another missile launch on Monday when the G20 Summit was underway in China.
At the East Asia Summit, the best strategic forum in the region that's attended by the leaders of ASEAN, the US, China, Japan, and Russia, President Park will call on the world to send a strong message that North Korea's nuclear program cannot be tolerated. We must continue to cooperate to help Pyongyang make the right choice.
During her stops in Russia for the Eastern Economic Forum and in Hangzhou for the G20 Summit, President Park stepped up the pressure on North Korea, announcing measures to beef up trilateral coordination between the U.S. and Japan, and reinforce trilateral communication with the U.S. and China to counter North Korea's increased nuclear and missile provocations. President Park has completed a series of bilateral talks with Russia, China, the U.S. and Japan on North Korean issue. The leaders will all gather at the East Asia Summit on Thursday to further discuss regional security. Song Ji-son, Arirang News, VNTN.